I never understood how magical it was to being yourself. I didn't think being yourself was a skill because I had to learn more about who I was. See, life teaches us lessons, and as just presenting the lessons is showing how magical this is. When I learned more about myself, I learned the power of self-belief. See, my belief was a story because I thought I was going through a tough time, and I'm thinking, why did I have to face this? Yet it was so magical from what the lessons that it taught me. It showed me being myself was so magical because I can only be me. I can't be the next person because I have no idea how to be myself. So I really had to learn how magical this opportunity, this learning, this training was becoming, because it showed me that being myself is really magical. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Terryl with the Humphrey, and welcome to another episode of Failure is Knowledge. Here at Failure is Knowledge, we talk about growth and how you can become better within yourself from learning from other people's experiences. Before we dive deep on the topic of being myself is magical, or being yourself is magical, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and like and wait to the end to leave a comment, because we diving deep with this topic on why being yourself is magical. The first point that I want to hit on is self-acceptance. See, that the power comes from accepting the person I'm becoming, accepting the person that I am, accepting the person that I was. See, the magic comes from awareness and accepting that I can't change what has happened to me. I can only change what I do today for my future. See, it was so confusing to me because I didn't understand the lessons that was presented. The magic is me learning. The magic is me putting myself in situations that I never dealt with before. And as I'm dealing with them, it's showing me that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay because this opportunity is so magical for us to even walk in it. Our growth gets determined from our effort. As I began to work on myself, I didn't understand everything I need to learn about who I am. Yes, I have abandonment issues. Yes, my dad wasn't in my life. I didn't understand it until my divorce, till I asked my ex-wife for a divorce. See, everything starts from when I asked and took accountability for myself. I asked for something that was hard because I didn't want to break the other person's heart. And even though that sparked it, I didn't understand everything was going to come from this. Me learning more about who I'm becoming, me learning more about what I've been through, me learning more about the person I am today, and accepting everything, every aspect that I have been through and experienced. I mean, when I first started making content was so overwhelming for me because I was trying to be the next person. I was trying to be all the influencers that was on social media because they got a little message, they got a little following. But how they're delivering and what they're saying is so impactful to me. Let me try to steal what they're saying and put my own twist to it. But my own twist was trying to be like them. See, I didn't understand being myself was so magical because I had to learn how to be comfortable and confident with everything that I am. I remember when I started making content, I didn't really like my voice. I wanted to change what I sounded like, but then I realized I can't change what I sounded like because you just can't change your voice. You just can't change your voice. That's what the magic is accepting the person that you are and everything that's within you. I had to learn that, okay, yes, I might sound a little different. Yes, I might sound a little country. Yes, I might sound a little, I might use improper grammar. But I can learn how to become a better communicator. I can learn how to become better. Effort rewards consistency. See, I didn't understand that me being consistent in my craft was teaching me how magical this opportunity was. And it's only magical because we have to learn when tough time comes, when adversity get presented. Adversity is here because we have to learn the lesson that's going to help us grow in life. See, growing in life is understanding. You have to go through times to make you think about more of yourself. See, when I thought more of myself, I learned that's why it's so magical. I had to learn how to be with myself. That's why it became so magical. I had to learn how to accept myself. That's why it became so magical. I had to learn how to forgive myself. See, when things happen to us, we blame the next person like, I can't believe this happened. How did I let this happen? Now we begin to become so hard on ourselves. See, being yourself is so magical because we have to forgive and accept everything that we've been through. We can't change what has happened, yet we can change the future because we're taking action today. Life rewards consistency, and consistency comes from effort. The effort that we give within ourselves, the world, the universe is going to repay us on what we're doing for us. And what we're doing for us is teaching us and showing us that it's okay what you're doing. The reason why it's so magical because the magic is in you taking daily action. I saw this one post with T.I. He was reading it. I can't remember the words verbatim, or word by word. And towards the end, he made the quote was so amazing. He was reading it. He was like, this is the part that got me. The same part that got him, it got me too. He said the grass and the tree grow from the same place, but as they're growing, they're not on the same level. Oh my God. The grass and the tree grow from the same place, yet as they're growing, then they don't remain the same. They don't remain on the same level. Why? Because one person is learning more about themselves. One person is comfortable taking risks for themselves. And it hit me because I'm like, oh, that's so deep. They use nature as an analogy to explain how life and how we're growing as individuals. See, when we begin to accept ourselves, we have to accept that we have to grow into our success. We have to grow into our success because we have to become the person that can handle everything that's coming for us. See, there's a lesson behind the growth. There's a lesson behind the magic. There's a lesson behind the time that we have to become patient along the journey. That's why that's why accepting who you are is so magical because nobody can be you. Nobody can be you better than you can be yourself. See, that's where the magic comes from, is accepting the person that you are so you can grow into your success. The next point I want to hit on is a sense of freedom. And this one hit home to me. It hit home to me because it felt like I was behind a cage when I was trying to impersonate the next great speaker. When I was trying to impersonate Eric Thomas, when Eric Thomas was speaking so impactfully, I wanted to be him because I felt what he was saying through the screen. I'm like, if he can do it, why can't I do it? If he can inspire people, why can't I do it? And then me listening to Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn was so educated. He understood how to connect with his audience. He understood how to deliver his message. He also understood how to be himself. And so what these two has in common, Eric Thomas and Jim Rohn, is that they loved their craft and they loved who they were. They grew into their success because they didn't stop. They didn't quit along the journey because the journey made them who they were today. See, what I've learned is that we can learn from other people, but as we're learning from other people, let's put our own twist to it. Let's put our own style and magic behind the craft as the craft is being developed. See, it takes time. What I've learned from other speakers, from other successful people, is that they are themselves no matter what. And we have to accept them for their confidence because they accept who they are. Why can't we accept who we are when who we are is so powerful? When who we are is so magical? When who we are is so special? See, we downplay we downplay the person that we are because we don't believe that we can grow into our success. See, that's where the journey comes from, because you have to go through phases. You have to go through obstacles. You have to go through adversity. You have to go through tough time for these times to make you the person that you are today. I had to experience that because my experience made me prepared for what I'm growing into. What I'm growing into is my success. What my success look like is me being myself. Not just me being myself, but me being comfortable being who I am. See, nobody can be me better than me because I know who I am. I had to learn me knowing who I am is so magical because nobody can be the next Terrell with the Wild Humphrey. Why? Because I believe in myself. I can't be the next Eric Thomas, but I can be the next Terrell Humphrey. I can't be the next Jim Rowan, but I can be the next Terrell with the Wild Humphrey. I see that's where the comparison comes in at. Yes, I can learn from them. Yes, I can watch them. Yes, I can listen to them. But how can I put my own twist to it? How can I put my own magic behind the words as the words is coming out? How can I make it make sense for my story? How can I make it make sense for my experience? One thing that I learned from Jim Rowan that was so impactful, if you haven't watched him, please go watch him. Go watch him. I think he passed away in the 1980s. Yet his message is still relevant today. He passed away. Even though he passed away, he's still relative. Why? Because his message, he connected with others, and others connected with his message. Why is this so important? Because who you are has magic behind it. It has magic behind it because the lessons that we're growing into is helping us be confident in the person that we're becoming. See, here's what I learned from Jim Rowan. It was one of my favorite things that I ever heard from him. Parables of the talent. It's a story from the Bible. Essentially, the master, he was going on vacation. He was going on vacation and he had 3 servants. I'm telling the story from my side, right? You can fact check and go to the Bible. I believe it's Matthew chapter 25, verse 7. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Anywho, the master is about to go on vacation and he speaks to his 3 servants, right? As he speaks to his 3 servants, he give one servant 2 talents. I'm sorry, he give one servant 4 talents, give another 2, and get another 1. So he had 3 servants, 4 talents, 2 talents, and 1 talent. So he leaves. As he's leaving, the one with the 4th, he doubled it. Now he has 8. The one with 2, now he has 4 because he doubled it as well. The one who has 1, he buried his talent and waited for the master to come back. And when the master came back, when the master arrived back, the one that had 4 now has 8. Now he says, "You're well done, good and faithful servant. Good and faithful servant because you put your talent to use." The one that had 2 now has 4. He said, "Well done, good and faithful servant because you put your talent to use." The one who has 1, the one who had 1 talent, the one that buried his talent, waited for the master to get back. He said, "Master, I knew you was coming back, so I wanted to have my talent here ready for you." When he had his talent ready for him, he just looked on it and he took his talent away from him. He gave his talent to the servant that had 8 talents. Why? Because we can't believe in the effort in ourselves. The one that had one talent didn't believe in himself to go double it and make it 2. Oftentimes, what we do is that it starts with us being who we are. We have to be comfortable with taking risks and being and developing the magic that can be created from ourselves. The one who had 1 talent got his talent taken away and given to another servant because the one who had talent didn't believe in himself. He didn't believe in himself because he didn't understand the power of the magic. He didn't understand the magic that he had behind his self-belief. See why this story is so special, because we all have talent, we all have magic, but our magic and talent is getting wasted because we don't know who we are. And when I learned that, it really taught me the power of belief. It really taught me the power of action. It really taught me the power of effort, because my effort getting matched by my magic. My magic, what is the magic? The magic is me being myself. It's me being comfortable with the person that I am. Nobody can be me better than I can be myself, but I have to learn how to grow into my success. I have to learn how to grow into my success because my success comes from my magic. My magic comes from me, and I come from the growth. See, here's the thing that we have to learn, that we all can do it. Can we put effort into ourselves to believe that the actions that we're taking now is the effort that's going to be presented tomorrow? That's why it's so magical, because we have to believe in something that's not here. We have to believe that in something that's not right in front of us. Our success is not in front of us because we create it each and every day. Why am I saying this? Because success is a process. The success is a process. Earlier I said something about the tree and the grass. The grass can't come grass if it's not properly planted. If it's not properly sun, if it's not properly watered. The tree can't become a tree if it's not properly nurtured. We have to nurture our magic in order to grow into our success. Before I go to the last point, I'm hosting a free webinar this upcoming Wednesday, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, on how to repurpose your pain into your passion, because we all have passion, but we have pain that we need to overcome. If you're interested in learning more about yourself and learning from other people's experiences, the link will be in the description. Make sure you click the link and make sure you sign up. I can't wait to see you there. The last point I want to really hit on is going to really hit home for me is that it strengthens relationships. and the reason why this point was so special, because it strengthens relationships with the people that's working on themselves as well. I wasn't always good at having relationships because I didn't understand the power of myself. I didn't understand the power of myself because I wanted to learn what this was. Even though I played football. When I played football, I saw leadership traits in players that were older than me. I was like, oh yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, I like what they doing. What they're speaking about, what they're doing, how they act, their words match their actions. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be like them. I'm gonna try to be like them because they are doing something so special. What was they doing that was so special? That was being themselves. That was being themselves. See, it's contagious, right? Your belief within yourself is so contagious because now we see it. Now other people see your belief within yourself. Now other people see your courage and your confidence that you walk through when you have magic on your shoulders. Magic is you believing in yourself and you being one with who you are. See, I didn't understand that the magic was created when I had to learn more about myself. When I was playing football, I was learning from my teammates. There were people that was older than me. Like, how can I be a good leader? What are they doing that I need to do different? They showed up every day. They worked their butt off. Either it was practice or a game. They worked their tails off every single day. And I didn't understand the power of work until I started learning about myself. And it told me just because they have that, I can have the same exact thing. By thing, I'm actually saying that the magic that's in me. I've always had it. I've always thought I understood it, but more can be learned. Even though they had the work ethic, even though they had the determination, the will to get better every single day, I've learned I can have the same thing, but be myself while I'm doing it. I could be myself and work hard. Is that what you're telling me? I could be myself and work hard? Yes. I can be myself and work hard and not be like anybody else? Yes. I matter because my magic is so strong. By magic, I'm saying my belief within myself is so outweighing. Yes. I didn't understand that the belief that I had within myself was the magic that was created. And as it was created, it was showing that I was being myself. And as I began to learn more about who I was becoming was preparing me for the success that I had to grow into. As I'm growing into my success, I'm learning that adversity doesn't stop coming. Pain doesn't stop being presented. Lessons does not stop being taught. And growth does not stop developing. Why? Because I have to make a choice to work on myself. I have to make a choice and learn more about who I'm becoming, because me being myself is developing the magic that I have within who I am. See, who I am is a process. The process is growth. The growth is time. Time is effort. I have to accept me being who I am to grow into my success. As I'm growing into my success, it's a sense of freedom because I don't have to be like the next person. I don't have to be like the next person because The person in the mirror is the one I'm trying to be better than each and every day. I'm going to say that one again because I said it a little bit faster, so I'm going to slow it down. I don't have to be like anybody else because the person in the mirror is the person that I want to be better than. Because I'm comfortable with being myself. The magic is me understanding who I'm becoming, and as I'm becoming this person, identifying the growth that I have to grow into. Identifying the success that I have to grow into. Life is a journey. As the journey is presenting us lessons, are we ready to accept it? Are we ready to accept the magic that we have within ourselves to put out to the universe? As we put out to the universe, are we ready to grow into it? See, we have to accept everything. We have to accept we have not only accept it, but we have to understand the sense of freedom. The sense of freedom is being ourselves. It's being ourselves and being comfortable with who we are as a person. And it's also strengthening our relationships. Our relationship comes from us knowing who we are to attract the people that we want to be around. We be around people that we want to grow with. We be around people that's on the same level of work and effort that they're putting into themselves. As I'm doing it, they doing it as well, but they comfortable because they have the magic for themselves. They have the effort for themselves. They have the time and dedication and will for themselves. So relationships that being around people that's on the same wavelength as you to push through, to encourage, to grow, to understand, to value, to inspire. We learn from one another and the relationships being strengthened because we're constantly working on ourselves. I'm working on myself over here. They working on themselves over here. When we come together, now we start to grow. We grow faster because we have an understanding that the magic is within us. The magic and belief has always been here. As we are believing in ourselves, the growth that we want to grow into, we're growing into our success. But as we're growing into our success, we're growing into it together. On the contrary, we're not doing it alone because we understand the power and the magic that we have within ourselves. Come on. Growth and magic that we have within ourselves. See, being yourself is so magical because it presents lessons that you wasn't even expecting. We wasn't expecting it because how can you expect something that's not in front of you? That's identifying the magic that we have within ourselves to understand like effort comes from consistency. Consistency rewards time. Time shows and displays the person that you're becoming. I'm understanding that the person I'm becoming is because of the action and effort that I put in every single day. Every single day I'm putting in action and effort in for myself because I'm comfortable with who I am. Just because I can learn more doesn't mean I want to be like the next person or I'm acting like the next person. I might want to be like them. I might want what they have, but I have to work for what I want in my own way. As the person that I am, not the person that they are. Not the person that they are. Because being yourself is so magical because it has rewards when we wasn't even expecting it. There were 3 rewards that it has is self-acceptance. You have to accept everything that you've been through so you can grow into your success. The next reward that it has is a sense of freedom. So when we understand the effort that we put into ourselves, this is a reward because now you're getting set free. You're getting set free because of trying to be like the next person when you can just be like yourself. And the last reward that we get rewarded is strengthen relationships because we're constantly working on the person that's in the mirror. When we strengthen our relationship with ourselves, relationship with others will be easy because now we're attracting the same amount of energy. There's a process behind the journey, and the journey is presenting you lessons that will help you if you're ready to receive them. If you're ready to receive them, now it's going to show you're in the right place. You're in the right place because the time is perfect because you are making the time perfect for yourself. I had to make the time perfect for myself because tomorrow's not promised. Tomorrow's not promised, so what can I do today? What can I do my best of today? And today will reward me being myself into my magic. And displaying how magical I am becoming. And before we end, in the description, it's a workbook, 10 ways to start. It's a workbook that will help you get clear on your goals, clear on your purpose, clear on your message, and clear on everything that you're doing. It will be in the description below with a link. Make sure you click it. Make sure you go click it, go fill it out, and learn more about the person that you're becoming. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about how to personally grow, personally develop, click this link right here, click this video right here to watch more content on how to grow into yourself.